Take a deep breath. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest. Now, consider a profound possibility. What if that simple movement is a microscopic echo of a rhythm that animates the entire universe? Imagine, just for this moment, that everything you perceive as solid and stable, from the chair you are sitting on to the very floor supporting you, is not still at all. What if it is all a symphony of motion, an unending dance of pure energy? Today, we journey into the heart of one of the cosmos's most foundational and transformative truths. We are exploring the law of vibration, the third of the 7 great Hermetic principles. This ancient axiom makes a bold declaration that reshapes our understanding of reality. Nothing is ever truly at rest. Nothing remains static, because absolutely everything, without exception, vibrates. This universal law is not confined to a single esoteric text or a forgotten philosophy. It is a golden thread that weaves through countless cultures, ancient wisdom traditions, and even the most advanced frontiers of our modern science. It serves as an essential key, a master password, for those who wish to comprehend the intricate, hidden mechanics of our existence. From the hallowed cryptic writings of Hermeticism, which speak of a universe born from mind, to the startling revelations of quantum physics that shatter our concepts of solidity, the understanding that all of life is a spectrum of vibration has been a cornerstone for seekers, aiming to unlock the deepest mysteries of the cosmos. The law of vibration holds a pivotal place as the third of the 7 universal principles, a body of sacred spiritual teachings passed down through the ages and attributed to the legendary sage, Hermes Trismegistus. These laws are not rules to be obeyed, but rather descriptions of the fundamental nature of reality. This specific law is an invitation, a call to shift our perception and recognize that perpetual movement is the very essence of all things created. It asks us to see beyond the illusion of solidity, to understand that what we perceive as dense, physical matter is a magnificent deception. At its most fundamental stratum, everything is composed of pure, unadulterated energy, and this energy is in a state of eternal, ceaseless motion. This insight was nothing short of revolutionary in the ancient world, offering a perspective that reached far beyond the limited capabilities of ordinary human senses. Yet, the profound idea that everything is in a constant state of energetic oscillation is not a concept exclusive to the Hermetic tradition. It resonates with remarkable clarity across a wide array of global spiritual practices and beliefs. In the rich tapestry of Hinduism and the ancient Vedic scriptures, for instance, the sacred sound Om is revered as the primordial hum, the original cosmic vibration from which all of creation blossomed, a sound that continues to permeate and sustain the entirety of the cosmos. The ancient Egyptians, with their deep understanding of cosmic cycles, and the brilliant philosophers of ancient Greece, also held the belief that to comprehend this cosmic dance was utterly essential for achieving true harmony, wisdom, and enlightenment. They intuitively recognized that the universe was not a fixed, static entity, but a dynamic, ever-changing state of flux and profound transformation. The Greek philosopher Heraclitus famously encapsulated this very idea when he declared that everything flows, reminding us that constant change is the only true constant in this beautiful, transient journey of life. Within the framework of Hermetic philosophy, vibration is conceptualized as the ultimate bridge. It is the conduit that connects the tangible world with the intangible, the visible with the invisible, the physical realm with the metaphysical spirit. This is precisely why the law of vibration is so utterly fundamental to understanding all the other Hermetic laws. It provides the crucial context that allows us to finally grasp how matter, mind, and spirit are not separate, but are intricately and eternally interconnected. There's a powerful Hermetic saying, "Matter is frozen light." This suggests that our material world is, in its essence, the light of consciousness vibrating at an almost incomprehensibly low and dense frequency, creating the illusion of separation and solidity that we experience every single day. Every single form of matter and every expression of energy possesses its own unique and specific frequency, its personal vibrational signature. And it is this frequency that dictates the qualities, the properties, and the perceived reality of every object, every living being, and even every single thought that flashes through the mind. Today, in a stunning convergence of ancient mysticism and modern inquiry, contemporary physics is beginning to provide concrete evidence for what the ancient sages intuited through deep contemplation. Within the mind-bending realm of quantum physics, it is now a widely accepted principle that the material world is constructed from a swirling ballet of atoms and subatomic particles, all of which are in a state of relentless, perpetual motion and vibration. This unceasing, dynamic movement is what fabricates the reality we perceive through our five senses, a reality that is infinitely more fluid, malleable, and impermanent than our senses would ever lead us to believe. The great Albert Einstein himself declared that everything in the universe is simply energy and vibration, asserting that the material world and the world of energy were not two distinct things, but merely different manifestations of the very same universal essence. This revolutionary concept is perfectly illustrated by his world-changing equation, EmX2, where matter M and energy, E, are shown to be fundamentally interchangeable. This scientific principle resonates with profound depth and clarity with the Hermetic perspective that everything we see and touch is a vibrational expression of a single, unified, fundamental source. In essence, the law of vibration is a foundational pillar of Hermetic cosmology, teaching us that the universe is not some random collection of separate, lifeless objects, but is instead a unified, coherent, and intelligent field of energy in a state of constant, rhythmic motion. By deeply understanding and internalizing this law, practitioners of the Hermetic arts seek to consciously align themselves with the highest, most refined vibrations available, both in their mental and spiritual states, thereby ascending toward a more profound and intimate understanding of the All, the divine source of existence. To truly grasp the profound implications of the law of vibration, it becomes absolutely essential to connect it to the discoveries of modern science, most notably to the paradigm-shifting field of quantum physics. This branch of science, more than any other, pulls back the curtain on reality, revealing how matter and energy, at their deepest, most indivisible core, exist in a perpetual state of oscillation and vibration. Quantum physics demonstrates that what our senses interpret as solid, stable matter is, in truth, an intricate and elegant dance of subatomic particles, protons, neutrons, and electrons all engaged in constant, high-speed motion. These elementary components come together to form atoms, which themselves vibrate incessantly at a multitude of different frequencies. This intrinsic vibration occurs even in what physicists call a state of rest, and it serves as the absolute foundation for all forms of matter in the known universe. This means that every object, whether it is a humble grain of desert sand or a colossal, blazing star, possesses a specific and unique vibrational frequency. This frequency, in concert with the vibrations of all other particles and energies, composes its apparent physical form. Even the atoms themselves, which were once considered the ultimate, indivisible building blocks of existence, are now known to be composed of even smaller, more elementary particles, such as quarks and gluons, which also vibrate with an unceasing, furious energy. This relentless, layered movement strongly suggests that the universe is an impossibly complex and interconnected web of vibrations. And just as the law of vibration proposes, nothing within this web is ever truly static. Everything that exists is in a state of constant, dynamic flux. The brilliant physicist Werner Heisenberg introduced his famous uncertainty principle, a cornerstone of quantum mechanics, which states that it is fundamentally impossible to simultaneously determine both the exact position and the precise velocity of a particle. This revolutionary and counterintuitive principle forced scientists to a startling conclusion. On a quantum level, matter does not possess a fixed, definite form. Instead, it oscillates in and out of existence, existing as waves of pure potentiality, only to momentarily collapse back into particles upon observation. Here, once again, we see a direct and stunning parallel to the core of the Hermetic concept. Matter is merely a temporary state of being, a fleeting condensation of universal energy that is in a constant process of vibration and transformation. These waves of possibilities are, in fact, vibrations, or energetic fluctuations that constitute the quantum field, the very fabric of space-time. When we, as conscious observers, interact with this field by measuring the behavior of particles, we find that the act of observation itself directly influences reality, altering the vibration and the frequency of that which is being observed. This astonishing discovery implies that the observer and the observed are not separate entities, but are inextricably interconnected within a single, unified vibrational field. Within this field, the observer's intention, focus, and consciousness can have a direct and measurable impact on the final outcome. The law of vibration is therefore intimately linked to the first Hermetic principle, the law of mentalism, which states that the all is mind. Here, we see how mind and energy converge, co-creating the reality we experience. If all physical matter vibrates, then it logically follows that our thoughts and our emotions, which are also scientifically recognized forms of subtle energy, must adhere to the very same principle. Neuroscientists and researchers in the field of cymatics are now studying precisely how brainwave frequencies shift and change according to a person's mental and emotional state. When we are in a calm, meditative, or relaxed state, our brain tends to emit low-frequency waves, known as alpha waves. Conversely, states of high mental activity, stress, and anxiety generate higher frequency waves, such as beta waves. This mental vibration does not only affect our own physiology, it also radiates outward, affecting the environment around us. A growing body of scientific studies indicates that our thoughts and emotions generate tangible electromagnetic fields that actively interact with other frequencies in our immediate surroundings. Pioneering research conducted at the HeartMath Institute in California has demonstrated that the human heart, for example, emits a powerful electromagnetic field that is vastly more potent than that of the brain. This field, which can be measured several feet away from the body, vibrates in direct correspondence with the person's emotional state, influencing not only their own body, but also the energetic environment, and even the people around them. These remarkable findings strongly suggest that by consciously adjusting our internal vibration through practices like meditation, focused intention, or cultivating positive emotions, we can alter not only our internal state of being, but also the external world we perceive. Leading-edge quantum scientists, including legendary figures like Niels Bohr and Max Planck, have posited theories that the universe operates much like a giant, cosmic hologram. In this holographic model, matter, energy, and consciousness are not separate components, but are seamlessly interwoven, forming a single, vast, and interconnected vibrational web. From this perspective, the reality we experience day to day can be understood as a complex projection of these fundamental quantum vibrations, a symphony of frequencies interpreted by our consciousness. However, this apparent reality is not fixed or deterministic. It is profoundly malleable, responding directly to the intention and the vibrational frequency of the consciousness that observes it. As Max Planck, the celebrated father of quantum theory and the man who coined the term quantum, famously stated, "Everything is vibration." This concept of a quantum matrix, or a universal field of potential, connects deeply with the Hermetic teaching that the universe is fundamentally a mental creation. Our external reality serves as a mirror, reflecting our internal vibrations. It follows, therefore, that by deliberately altering our internal vibrational frequency through dedicated spiritual practices, we can also change our perception of reality and, ultimately, the very essence of that reality itself. When we truly understand that matter and energy are responsive to vibration, we awaken to the profound realization that we hold the power to transform our lives by changing the frequency of our own being. Within the field of quantum physics, we also find the crucial concept of resonance. This is the principle where a vibration of a higher frequency can influence, alter, and ultimately elevate a nearby vibration of a lower frequency. This principle of resonant transference is the master key to elevating our own consciousness and consciously tuning ourselves into higher, more life-affirming frequencies, such as those of unconditional love, genuine compassion, and deep inner harmony. According to the law of vibration, our highest, most coherent, and most harmonious thoughts and emotions are what align us with these pure cosmic vibrations, creating a profound state of unity and at one-ment with the all. By actively cultivating an elevated state of consciousness, we become, in a very real sense, resonant with the universal creative energy. This alignment allows us to transform our perception, improve our physical health, and even influence the sequence of events that unfold in our lives. In Hermetic thought, the concept of vibrations extends far beyond the realm of physical matter alone. Our thoughts and emotions are explicitly considered to be potent forms of energy, with each one possessing its own distinct and measurable vibrational frequency. As Hermes Trismegistus is said to have taught, the constantly vibrating universe includes not only what we can perceive with our physical senses, what we can see and touch, but also the entirety of our rich and complex inner worlds. It is here, in the landscape of our own minds and hearts, that the law of vibration becomes a profoundly practical and empowering tool for transformation. Understanding that our thoughts and emotions are constantly emitting frequencies grants us the agency to consciously transform our reality by simply adjusting our internal vibration. Modern science, once skeptical, has now begun to investigate and acknowledge the tangible vibrational capacity of our thoughts. Neuroscientists have discovered and mapped the electromagnetic waves that the brain emits, which correspond directly to our thoughts and emotional states. These brain waves, which can be measured with an EEG and are categorized as alpha, beta, theta, and delta waves, represent different levels of brain activity and, by extension, different states of consciousness. For example, as we've noted, alpha waves are associated with states of relaxed awareness, while beta waves are present during periods of intense concentration and logical problem-solving. Each and every mental state vibrates at a different frequency, creating a ripple effect that impacts not only our physical body, but also the energetic environment that surrounds us. A thought that is positive, loving, and constructive emits a high, fast, and coherent frequency, whereas a thought that is rooted in fear, judgment, or negativity emits a low, slow, and discordant frequency. The late psychologist Dr. David Hawkins dedicated his life to this field and developed a now famous scale of consciousness, which meticulously maps the energetic frequency of various emotional and mental states. According to this calibrated scale, feelings such as deep peace, unconditional love, and authentic joy have extremely high vibrations, capable of uplifting and healing. In stark contrast, emotions such as hatred, pervasive resentment, and crippling guilt vibrate at very low frequencies, contributing to suffering and disharmony. As Dr. Hawkins noted, love and peace vibrate at a frequency high enough to transform the environment and elevate one's consciousness. This principle speaks directly to the immense and often untapped power of the mind to influence the vibrational field that it inhabits. Just like our thoughts, our emotions are also powerful vibrations that profoundly impact both our personal state of being and the external world. Intense, high-frequency emotions like profound gratitude, authentic love, and deep compassion are like powerful waves that emanate from our body and mind, positively influencing everything and everyone they touch. Conversely, when we allow ourselves to feel emotions like anger, envy, or chronic fear, we generate a much denser, heavier, and more chaotic frequency, which negatively affects our own bodily systems and our immediate surroundings. A landmark study by the HeartMath Institute demonstrated that the human heart generates a powerful electromagnetic field that extends in a torus shape around the body and can be scientifically detected several meters away. This field vibrates in direct accordance with our emotional state. Emotions such as love and sincere appreciation create a harmonious and coherent vibrational signature, whereas stress and chronic anxiety produce a chaotic and dissonant field. The HeartMath Institute suggests that by consciously cultivating higher-order emotions, we not only balance our own nervous system, but also positively influence those around us on a subtle, energetic level. Thus, our emotions act as a kind of vibrational signature that we are constantly broadcasting to the universe. When we are in a state of joy or compassion, our personal vibrational field harmonizes with the background energy of the universe, creating a powerful, attractive field for experiences, opportunities, and people with similar, resonant vibrations. This is how the law of vibration is so closely connected to the more widely known law of attraction. In fact, it could be said that the law of attraction is simply a derivative or a specific application of the much more fundamental law of vibration. Understanding this relationship is the ultimate key to consciously manifesting the life one desires. Cultivating high-frequency emotions such as love, gratitude, and compassion literally transforms our personal vibrational field and puts us in a state of resonance with a more beautiful, harmonious, and fulfilling reality. When we consistently choose elevated thoughts and engage in practices of radical self-care, our personal vibration begins to align with the higher vibrations of the universe itself. This is the very essence of the Hermetic principle of self-mastery. By mastering our internal vibrational field, we learn to master our destiny. As within, so without. As we consistently elevate our personal vibration, our perception of reality expands, and our intuition becomes remarkably sharp and clear. Intuition can be described as a way of receiving information and guidance that bypasses the slow, linear process of rational thought. In elevated vibrational states, the brain begins to emit more theta waves, which are associated with deep relaxation and a level of consciousness that facilitates profound intuitive insights. Spiritually speaking, the more we succeed in raising our personal frequency, the more we align ourselves with the subtle information waves of the universe. Just as a radio receiver must be carefully tuned to a specific frequency to receive a clear signal from a particular station, our mind and spirit must be tuned to a harmonious frequency to capture the subtle messages, synchronicities, and intuitions that are broadcast from the subtler planes of existence. Practices such as silent meditation and the art of mindful presence help to quiet the incessant noise of the rational mind and stabilize our internal frequency. This creates the necessary inner space for intuition and profound clarity to emerge. It is in these quiet moments of high vibration that deep, spontaneous insights can arise, revealing hidden truths and providing clear direction that would otherwise remain obscured from our conscious understanding. Love is almost universally recognized across countless spiritual traditions as the highest possible frequency at which a human being can vibrate. When we feel love, not the conditional, attachment-based love of the ego, but a vast, universal, and unconditional love, every cell in our body, every thought in our mind, and every feeling in our heart begins to vibrate in perfect harmony with the divine creative energy of the cosmos. This sublime state of love is often described by mystics and advanced spiritual seekers as the experience of oneness, the moment where the persistent illusion of separation dissolves, and we feel utterly and completely unified with everything and everyone around us. Dr. David Hawkins, in his meticulous study of consciousness levels, also emphasized that the vibration of love possesses the power to transform an entire life experience. He defined love as an incredibly powerful frequency that dissolves fear and can literally heal both the person who is emitting it and the environment that surrounds them. From the Hermetic perspective, when we vibrate in a state of love, we are uniting our individual energy with the creative energy of the all, bringing light, healing, and transformation not only to ourselves, but also to the collective consciousness of humanity. One of the most effective practices for raising our vibration to the level of love is the conscious exercise of compassion. By intentionally directing feelings of love, empathy, and deep understanding toward all living beings, very much including ourselves, we begin to break free from the grip of low-frequency patterns, such as harsh judgment and reactive anger. This creates a personal vibrational field where the divine can more easily manifest. Forgiving others and forgiving ourselves, for example, is one of the most rapid ways to elevate our vibration, as it instantly releases the dense emotional burdens of the past and opens our hearts to the healing frequency of love. At the absolute peak of vibrational elevation, many individuals report experiencing profound and life-altering states of oneness. This is the sacred moment when, through deep meditation, moments of spiritual ecstasy, or dedicated energy practices like yoga and qigong, we connect to a cosmic vibration so profound that the very concepts of self and other completely disappear. In Hermetic philosophy, this ultimate experience is described as a return to the source, a moment where the individual soul recognizes itself as an inseparable and eternal part of the magnificent whole. This experience leads to a state of profound peace and bliss known as samadhi, the state of complete and total harmony with the universal vibrational flow. By raising our own personal vibration, we also contribute directly to the vibrational elevation of the entire collective consciousness of humanity. This concept, described by the biologist Rupert Sheldrake as the morphic field, suggests that the actions, emotions, and intentions of each individual have a ripple effect that impacts the overall vibration of the whole. When we choose to vibrate in a state of peace and compassion, we are literally infusing these divine qualities into the collective field, influencing those around us and helping to create a more harmonious vibrational atmosphere for everyone. The role of elevating the collective vibration can be seen as both a spiritual responsibility and a profound act of service, as we become living channels for divine energy to flow onto the earth. As has been taught by mystics and sages throughout history, when we elevate our own frequency, we become a radiant light that inspires, uplifts, and awakens others. Someone once perfectly summarized this powerful idea by saying, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." Thus, our ultimate spiritual mission is to raise our personal vibration, and by doing so, we contribute to the creation of a more peaceful, loving, and deeply connected world for all. Now that we understand that we possess the innate power to modify our personal reality by altering our own frequency, the crucial next step is to learn how to apply this profound knowledge in a practical, day-to-day manner. Here are a few simple yet incredibly powerful methods to begin your journey of vibrational mastery. First, mindful words and thoughts. Our words and thoughts are the primary tools we use to shape the type of vibration we emit. Every single negative thought, every critical word spoken, emits a dense, heavy vibration that negatively affects our physical and mental health, as well as our immediate environment. Consciously cultivating positive, life-affirming speech and a constructive, optimistic mindset will dramatically increase our baseline vibration. Second, the consistent practice of meditation. Meditation is a timeless and scientifically proven practice that allows us to consciously adjust and elevate our personal vibration. Making this a daily habit, even for just a few minutes, creates a state of profound mental and physical balance, harmonizing the vibrations of both the body and the mind. Third, connect deeply with nature. Nature itself possesses pure, balanced, and incredibly healing vibrations. Walking barefoot through a forest, lying on the warm sand of a beach, or diving into the cool waters of the ocean helps to align our personal frequency with these powerful, grounding natural energies. Many spiritual traditions around the world recommend regular contact with nature as a primary means of healing and energetic rebalancing. Fourth, consider your diet and physical health. What we choose to consume directly and immediately impacts our vibration. Whole plant-based foods like fresh fruits and organic vegetables carry a much higher frequency than heavily processed, chemical-laden, and industrialized products. Caring for our physical health through conscious eating, regular exercise, and adequate rest keeps us in an elevated state of frequency. By consistently cultivating elevated thoughts, embracing pure and positive emotions, and fostering a deep connection with our higher self, we begin to vibrate in perfect harmony with all of creation. This is the true essence and the ultimate goal of the spiritual journey, to continuously raise our vibration until it resonates with the sublime frequency of the cosmos itself, allowing us to experience profound unity, universal love, and an unbreakable connection with the all. May we all remember, in every thought we think and in every gesture we make, that we are made of the very same rhythm that moves the distant stars, and we are animated by the very same breath that first gave life to the world. Thank you for joining us on this journey today. If this video was helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. And now, leave a comment below and tell us one thing you are grateful for today.